Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever watched an action movie, you've probably noticed something: a lot of what you see with guns in self-defense is completely wrong. And if you live in America, these myths can actually get you in serious legal trouble. Today, we're debunking 10 of the most dangerous self-defense myths that Americans believe. Some will surprise you. Some might completely change how you think about carrying a gun. Let's dive in. If you're new here, hit subscribe. We break down this stuff so you actually understand it. Home security footage, gun safe footage, ***. Myth number 1, if you have a gun in your home, you're safer. This sounds obvious, right? Gun at home, better protection. But let me show you what the research actually says. Statistics appear on screen, ***. The CDC studied this. For every one time a gun is used in legitimate self-defense at home, there are 4 to 7 incidents involving unintentional shootings, accidents, or homicides with that same gun. 4 to 7 times more likely. Split screen, happy family versus warning graphic, ***. That includes kids finding the gun, someone in emotional distress using it on themselves, arguments escalating to gunfire, mistaken identity shootings. The research is clear: just owning a gun doesn't make your home safer. It depends on storage, training, who lives with you, and mental health factors. Real safety equals training plus storage plus support, ***. This isn't anti-gun. It's just the data. If you want a gun, get proper training and secure storage. Courtroom footage, gavel, ***. Myth number 2, castle doctrine means you can shoot anyone on your property. A lot of people think castle doctrine is like a legal superpower. Someone steps on your lawn? Boom. Legal to shoot. That's not how it works. Legal text appears, lawyer explaining, ***. Castle doctrine says you don't have to retreat from an intruder in your own home. But here's what people miss: you can only use force against actual intruders, people who don't have permission to be there. What about the delivery driver who rang the doorbell? The neighbor who walked up to your door? Your own kid coming home late? If there's any ambiguity about whether that person belongs there, or if you mistake them for a threat, you can face serious criminal charges. Crime scene photos, mugshot illustration, ***. Even with castle doctrine, the law usually requires your response to be reasonable and necessary. Shooting someone for trespassing or stealing? That might be overkill legally. Know the law. Verify threats. Shooting first is not always legal, even in your own home. On-screen text, myth number 3, you must retreat, or don't you? Background, state map showing different laws. Myth number 3, you have to run away. Duty to retreat. You can't stand your ground. Okay, this one gets confusing because laws vary by state. Let me break this down simply. Visual, split screen, different state flags. Duty to retreat states: you must try to escape safely before using deadly force. Except, in your own home, you don't have to retreat, castle doctrine. Stand your ground states: you have no duty to retreat anywhere you have a right to be. You can use force right where you are. Then there's everything in between. Visual, map highlighting different states with colors. The important thing: these laws are different in almost every state. What's legal in Texas might be illegal in California. What's legal in Florida might be illegal in New York. On-screen text, action item, know your state's laws. Before you do anything, check your state's penal code. Talk to a self-defense lawyer. Don't assume national rules apply everywhere. And here's the thing people don't understand. On-screen text, myth number 4, police must protect you. Background, police car footage, 911 call center. Which brings us to myth number 4, if you call 911, police have to protect you. This is actually shocking to people. Your instinct says of course they do. It's their job. But the Supreme Court disagrees. Visual, Supreme Court building, case name on screen. Castle Rock versus Gonzalez. 2005, Supreme Court ruled, police do not have a specific legal duty to protect individual citizens. That means, even if you have a restraining order, police don't have to enforce it. They don't have to show up. They can choose not to pursue someone violating the order. You can't sue them if they don't prevent a crime. Visual, news clips of slow police response. This doesn't mean police are bad or don't try. They often respond incredibly fast and save lives. But legally? They have discretion. They can decline. On-screen text, you are your first line of defense. This is why self-defense matters. This is why training matters. You can't rely solely on someone else protecting you. On-screen text, myth number 5, stand your ground equals no consequences. Background, courtroom footage, lawyer clips. Myth number 5, stand your ground laws protect you from everything. If you've heard about stand your ground, you might think it's like a legal shield. You can use force. You're protected. Done. Actually, it's more like a legal argument. Visual, George Zimmerman case clips, trial footage. Stand your ground doesn't give you immunity. It doesn't mean you don't go to trial. It doesn't mean you don't face consequences. What it does: provide a legal defense you argue in court. Shift the burden of proving you weren't justified. What it doesn't: prevent prosecution. Prevents civil lawsuits. Guarantee acquittal. Make you immune from anything. Even if you win in criminal court, the person you shot can sue you civilly. Their family can sue. You're going to court. You're hiring lawyers. You're spending tens of thousands of dollars. You're living with the trauma. Visual, lawyer speaking, cost estimates appear. Stand your ground is a legal argument, not a magic shield. On-screen text, reality, legal battle costs $, takes years, carries trauma. Understand what you're actually getting into. On-screen text, myth number 6, your gun is faster. Background, slow motion footage, holster draws. Myth number 6, you're carrying a gun, so you're faster than any attacker. This is what movies teach us. Hero draws gun. Bad guy pulls knife. Hero wins because he's faster. Real world? Different story. Visual, two-weller drill demonstration. The two-weller drill. Named after Firearms trainer Dennis Two-Weller. He tested this: how far can someone with a knife run and reach you before you can draw, aim, and fire a gun? Answer: 21 feet. That's assuming you see the threat coming. You're ready. You're not surprised. You're not distracted. You have good reflexes. Most real attacks? None of those conditions are true. Visual, reaction time clock, split screen scenarios. Real scenario: someone surprises you. You have to process the threat. Recognize it's real. Make the decision to draw. Your hands are probably full. Your holster is covered. You're in shock. By the time you're drawing, they're already close. On-screen text, attacker's advantage, they choose when to attack. Action beats reaction. A gun helps, but it's not a guarantee. Distance is your friend. Awareness is your best defense. On-screen text, myth number 7, warning shots work. Background, movie clips of warning shots, western scenes. Myth number 7, fire a warning shot and the bad guy runs. You've seen this in every western and cop movie. Gunshot in the air. Bad guys scatter. In reality, this is one of the worst decisions you can make. Visual, bullet trajectory illustration, warning shot doesn't always read as back off. To a determined attacker, it reads as you're armed. Now I need to neutralize you. You might have just turned a tense situation into an active gunfight. On-screen text, if you shoot equals shoot to stop the threat. If you're not in danger enough to stop the threat, you're not in danger enough to shoot. On-screen text, myth number 8, hollow points are illegal/dangerous. Background, ammunition close-ups, ballistic tests. Myth number 8, hollow point ammunition is illegal or creates legal problems. A lot of people think carrying hollow points is illegal. Or if you use them in a shooting, it makes you look like you wanted to cause maximum damage. The opposite is actually true. Visual, ammunition comparison. Hollow points are legal in almost all 50 states. For civilians to own, carry, and use. Why do many self-defense experts recommend them? Because they're more responsible. Visual, ballistic gel test, penetration comparison. Full metal jacket rounds. Pass through a person. Continue downrange. Could hit someone behind the threat. Hollow points. Expand on impact. Stop more quickly. Less likely to hit bystanders.
From a legal standpoint, if you use hollow points, you're showing you chose ammunition designed to stop the threat efficiently.
Not ammunition designed to overpenetrate and potentially hurt innocent people. On-screen text, hollow points equals legal and responsible. Check your state laws, but in most places, this is the right choice. On-screen text, myth number 9, threats look threatening. Background, normal street footage, people walking. Myth number 9, you'll know if someone is a threat. Dangerous people look dangerous. This is dangerously wrong. Human predators, criminals, and violent people often look completely normal. They blend in. They're polite. They use conversation to get close. By the time you realize you're in danger, you're already in range. Visual, criminal psychology clips, interviews. Intuition matters. But intuition alone isn't enough. The key is situational awareness. Notice unusual behavior. Maintain distance from strangers. Avoid distractions. Position yourself to escape. Trust your gut but verify with your brain. Visual, awareness checklist appears on screen. This isn't paranoia. This is realistic preparation. If you're carrying a gun for self-defense, awareness is your first layer. The gun is your last layer. Make sure your first layer is solid. On-screen text, awareness reaction defense. The best gunfight is the one that never happens. On-screen text, myth number 10, training once is enough. Background, range footage, training scenarios. Myth number 10, you took a safety course once. You're good. You can carry now. Training is important. But it's a starting point, not an ending point. Firearm skills are perishable. If you don't practice, you get worse. Muscle memory fades. Decision-making under stress requires repetition. Visual, target groups getting worse over time. Professional self-defense requires regular range time, monthly minimum. Scenario training. Ongoing legal education. Staying current with laws. Laws change. Your state updates statutes. You travel to different states with different rules. If you ever use a firearm, you need a lawyer immediately, which means knowing laws before you need them. On-screen text, self-defense equals ongoing commitment. If you're going to carry, commit to it. Practice. Learn. Stay sharp. If you're not willing to invest that time, maybe a gun isn't the right choice for you. And that's okay. Different security strategies work for different people. Visual, subscribe button animation, social media icons. Those are the 10 myths. The big takeaway, self-defense is more complex than movies show. It requires training, legal knowledge, regular practice, and good decision-making. If you want to carry a gun, respect it. Understand the laws. Get proper training. And commit to maintaining those skills. Thanks for watching. If this helped, hit that like button and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. Comment below what myths surprised you the most. I read the comment. Visual, end screen with related video. Next video is on self-defense laws that might surprise you. Watch that one next. See you in the next one.